Hello students, today we will discuss about Bodily Harm Margaret Atwood gives us a message. Okay. Through Bodily Harm Margaret Atwood invites us to think about women's vulnerability. Let us start from Rennie, the principal character in the novel. She was born in Griswold and raised by her character in the novel. She was born in Griswold and raised by her mother and woman from her family without her father. Having received her early education, she goes to Toronto to get her education, and then she becomes a journalist. She has a job of journalist, her own social circle. Life is comfortable, if not luxurious, in Griswold, but she wants to go away from Griswold for no apparent good reason. The only reason that the novelist gives for her leaving Griswold is that she wants to enjoy life fully. She is like the horseman who jumps high to seat himself on the horseback but falls on the other side. When Rennie decides to go somewhere beyond Griswold to enjoy herself fully, she invites her own destructions without realizing how vulnerable she is and how easily men can trap her in their web. Rennie's life has been quite satisfactory in Griswold, but in her frenzy of enjoying herself more fully and more freely, she contacts people to know where she ought to go to enjoy herself next. The first thing that occurs to us is what she means by enjoying herself. What prevents her from enjoying herself in Griswold? To enjoy, Rennie is a journalist by profession and she can't think of entering the circle of very rich people by virtue of her profession. She can't live a luxurious life as a journalist, and yet she dreams a royal life. Now she is left only with her own way, that is to climb the ladder of prosperity by virtue of her attractive body. Besides, she has unsatiable sexual desire. By enjoying herself fully, she means to have varied sexual experiences. As Griswold is a small place where people have their own moral code and people do not like women to cross all limits. Rennie knows that she can't realize her dreams, so she hates Griswold and wants to go somewhere where nobody may reach a finger on her and she can live the type of life she yearns most. She fails to imagine how vulnerable she is and how dangerous it is for her to move freely in a world in which men have immense power. During the conversation with many people, she is suggested to visit St. Antonio, a Caribbean island, and she agrees to it partly because it is a hot place surrounded with sea, and maybe partly because there she will be acknowledged as a distinguished personality in the midst of colored or black people. No sooner does she arrive in St. Antonio than she falls in her trap of dope dealers and armed traffickers. First, she comes into contact with Paul, who corresponds the man of her high imagination without developing much intimacy with him. She sleeps with him, she feels so much sexual satisfaction from him as Jack would give her, in spite of having some idea of his unclear character and activities. He does not maintain a distance from him. He takes full advantage of her body, and through Laura, he uses her to promote his dog trade and illegal arms trafficking. Every activity of her is watched, though she does not know it. In St. Anthony, everybody knows everything about her, but she remains unaware of it. She enjoys herself. Then there takes place a revolution which is nipped in the word Polish part of this revolution, as he supplies guns to Marston. Marston and Prince of Peace are killed and Paul disappears. It is said about him that he killed Dr. Minu, the next Prime Minister of the country. Later, Rennie is also arrested in suspicion, and she is put in the same prison cell in which Laura is put. Her hope of enjoying herself fully is cell in which Laura is put. Thus, her dreams shatter, and she ends up in prison, hoping for someone to come for her rescue, but none extends a hand of help to her. Rennie pays the penalty for leaving Griswold. Had she not left Griswold and been satisfied with her life there, she would not have ended in jail. Women need protection, and for it they seek shelter from men who take advantage of their vulnerability. They should live under the protection of their own people. Margaret Atwood's novel Bodily Harm moves around